Hello, beautiful people. My name is Amanda Street. I'm a mind-body medicine practitioner in Newcastle, Australia, called Zion Health and Wellbeing, and today I'm talking about intuition. So recently I've been speaking to my friends about intuition and about connecting and understanding what it's saying. So they've also been asking me some questions on what I do, so I thought it'd be a good idea to pass on some of this information to other people out there if you're interested in some tips on how to connect to that intuition. So I believe that we're all born with it, and I'm sure there's been times in your life where you've felt that gut instinct, felt like, oh, that's not such a good idea, I don't think I'm going to do that. And whether you chose to listen to that or not was your choice. But there's definitely been times in my past where I've had my intuition speak to me and I've not paid attention. I remember quite vividly when I was younger, actually, a specific moment in my life where my intuition spoke to me and I didn't listen, and caused me quite a lot of grief and a lot of stuff that I had to work through growing up. So I attached it to what actually happened and interpreted that intuition as being a bad thing. So whenever I get this feeling and whenever my intuition speaks to me, it's like a fluttery feeling, like a nervous feeling I get in my gut, and then it spreads up to the heart region as well. And so for me, I always thought this was like a real nervous feeling, almost like an anxiety. And so for all these years, I've misinterpreted my excuse me, my intuition as a negative thing, or it's a bad thing. And now I finally realised that with much practice and time, that it's actually telling me I'm on the right path. So when I'm in clinic, there's been times where that pops up for me, and previously I thought that I was doing something wrong and I'd get really nervous. It caused me to be more nervous, but really I now realise that it was just telling me I was on the right path. So I can trust in it now, which is a really cool thing, to be able to not only connect with it and listen to it, but also to be able to trust it and say, I know that you're guiding me along the right way, the right path for me. So some tips for you. You may be able to relate to that or not. But firstly, some simple tips for you. So the first thing I like to do is stop. Make sure I take some time out and stop and close my eyes down, so that way I can connect to my body, specifically my heart region and my solar plexus, which is just above the belly button. And most of the time now, I don't even need to put my hands there because I practice it so much. But to begin with, it might be an idea for you to do that, just to bring you out of your head and bring you back into your body. So there's a couple of other things that could be helpful if you're having trouble connecting with the body and your mind's racing, is just focus on your breathing. So remember not to control it though, just keep it at its own rhythm and just go with that rhythm. Also connecting with the heart and actually feeling the heartbeat and taking notice of that, being aware of that rhythm that your heart is beating at. Those things can help you really drop into your body really well. So make sure that you close your eyes as well, because that definitely helps. The next thing I like to do is ask, what is it that I need to know? What do I need to know? So asking your body that question, you'd be surprised what actually comes up. So for me, it's placing the hands on those regions, shutting the eyes down, really focusing in, connecting into the body, and asking specifically with this bottom hand on the solar plexus, what do I need to know? And it's quite interesting. Just let the mind go, open it up, free it up, and see what comes to mind. Just sit with it for a while. It might take some sifting, Might take a while to sift through all the ideas that you've got in your mind. But there's something that your body's telling you, and it's just a matter of us stopping and listening to it. So it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be anything. It could be even just your relationship with yourself, and that's what I'm really focusing on at the moment, is my relationship with myself. So the morning is the best time for me. First thing I do is I wake up and I think, what I ask myself, what is it I need to know today? What is it that I need to tell myself? And writing a writing a journal about what it is that I want to know about myself, that I want to be acknowledged for, or some dreams or passions that might come to light. I write them all down, and I'm really finding that's a really good way for me to connect to myself, and it's quite fulfilling. And I'd really love that for everybody, and I definitely think it is possible for everybody. So breaking it all down again is to stop, sit and shut down the eyes and connect with the body. So focus on the breathing, focus on the heart beating, and remember you can put your hand over your heart, one hand over your heart and one hand over your solar plexus, which is just above the belly button. Asking a question, what is it I need to know? If that doesn't work for you, be very specific with your question as well. So it might be something you want to know about a person. Do I really want to trust this person? Is this something someone I want to start a friendship or relationship with? Your gut will tell you, your body will tell you. It's a matter of trusting it, and over time, the more that you do it, the more you'll find that you can trust it, and it's always right. I've found it's always right anyway. So also taking notice of when you do ask your questions to your body, notice what sensations come up, what feeling sense you notice. Is it, like I said, is it like that nervous feeling that you get in your gut? Is there butterflies, or is there a knotted feeling? Or there's so many things, and we all experience things in such different ways on a feeling sense. And I think that a lot of that is based on our past experiences. So take note of how your body's responding, what feeling sense you're getting, and that's a pretty good indication of what's going on. As I said, for me, I think I mentioned, as for me, it was quite confusing because I got that butterfly nervous feeling. So for me, it was like, oh, nerves equals bad, negative. But really, nervousness and excitement are very close together for me. And I think it's from past experience of performance. So although I was nervous, I was excited about going out and performing, and now I see that the nervousness can be channeled into a positive energy as well, or you can, depends on how you view it, you can view it as a positive thing as well. So I hope that helps. Stop and sit, close down the eyes, connect to the body, whether it's through the breath or the heart beating, and ask. Don't forget to ask your question, because your body will tell you. It's just a matter of you listening, and it may take some time to begin with, and you may feel like you're not getting anything to begin with, but please stick it out because it's so worth it. And just to have a life filled with fulfillment, to be able to connect to your true self, to know what it is you want, and to go for that goal, I think is the first step to be able to have that fulfillment, is to connect to yourself and that intuition. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.